Hi everyone, welcome back to our weekly webinar. Today we're joined by Gill, who's going to be speaking about the amazing Atmosphere Kanifushi and VARU by Atmosphere. As always, please feel free to put your questions in the box, and at the end we'll do a little round of question and answering. And yeah, without further ado, thanks so much, and over to you, Gill.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody, in this wet and windy afternoon. But I'd like to see if we can actually change that and at least give us a little insight into a bit of sun. So I'm actually going to be speaking about both the Atmosphere hotels today. Atmosphere, within the group, we've got the OZEN collection, Colours of OBLU, but today I'm going to be talking about VARU and Kanifushi. So VARU itself, it's one of our real naturally Maldivian islands. Natural in the way that it's not a purpose-built island at all. So it's got all the greenery and everything there. So it is just absolutely super. Now, the property itself, it is a 5-star premium all-inclusive. To get to the island, it's a complimentary 40-minute speedboat transfer from the airport. Your clients would just leave the airport, cross the road, and there's a waiting area under in this room, beautiful sort of little undercover area with seats and everything. But they will have been met by the transfer host, who will wait until their boat arrives. It is a really beautiful luxury transfer, white leather interior. They'll be given drinks and, you know, cloths to freshen up as well on the journey. So VARU itself, it's 108 villas in 8 different categories, 4 restaurants, including 3 fine dining. It also has Eleanor, which is the spa and wellness centre, which is actually there. It's actually floating, so it's stunning. It's a family-friendly resort with a kids club, and it has a fully equipped gym, tennis courts, and they have the premium holiday VARU plan, which is the all-inclusive. So here's just a little idea of the island. So when your guests arrive and they're actually sort of welcomed from the pontoon, as in all of our resorts, they will be met by the heads of departments, made to feel welcome, given a cold cloth to freshen up and a drink while they go through the check-in procedures. So again, you can see we have the water villas out along here, and the beautiful, beautiful sandy beaches. So our entry level, we have a beach villa, and this is the deck view. So you've got the beach villa there, which is straight onto the sandy beach. We have the beach villa with a pool. Again, it's a standalone little building straight onto the beach. As you can see, it's actually beautiful. And these are some of our family villas with pools as well. So at VARU, and in fact across the group, we do have quite a lot of bedrooms and villas that are suitable for multi-generational families. So on the beach villa, you come in sort of through your door. You have one bedroom one side, the other bedroom the other side. So at VARU, one thing that I would mention is that on the 2-bedroom beach family villas, you do have a little bit of open space across the 2. So for real tiny, tiny tots, I would make us aware first, just in case they didn't want them sort of to be outside that bit by themselves. So the family beach villas, they sleep 4 adults and 2 children, or 2 plus 4, or 3 plus 3. So you can see here, one side's got the beautiful pool, you can see the bedroom there, and then you've got the other bedroom there, and this is the little sort of front entrance, but of course there's a back entrance as well. And then we have the stunning water villas that are just absolutely incredible. They're so beautiful. I was lucky enough to stay in one of the water villas in July this year, and it really was something incredibly special. So the water villas with pools, it just gives that experience, just that added extra. And you can't really see it from this picture here, but this side is actually sloped a little bit, so you can actually lay there in your own private pool and actually watch the sunset. And the verandas are huge, so there's lots and lots of space there as well. And then we have the water suites. And this is the pool view. Again, as you can see, it's absolutely huge amount of space there. And from all of the water villas, you all have like a little sort of ladder that people can go down and just sort of swim in the water. And then we have our Margeless suites, which actually accommodate 4 adults and 2 children, or 2 plus 4, or 3 plus 3, plus a nanny or a nan or a granddad that perhaps wants to come along, and they're sort of the two-story villas. They have the most magnificent pool right in the middle of their buildings there. Here on the bottom right, this is a children's room, so it's all done in a storybook feel to it. It's really lovely. And then for the all-day dining, on the all-inclusive plan, they have the Lime and Chili, which is the all-day dining restaurant. We have the Kaj, which is a Maldivian speciality restaurant, which gives you a real sort of feel of how it would be if you were perhaps, you know, in one of the local places there. New Mediterranean speciality restaurant. This is absolutely incredible. We had lunch along this table here, and every now and again, sort of in between courses, we couldn't help but stop because there's sort of so many fish and little reef sharks and lemon shark that I'd never heard of before, sort of swimming here. So it was great just to sort of see all the wildlife there. Then there's Charcoal Beach Grill, again, which is speciality dining restaurant. And you get your speciality dining according to how many nights you actually stay at the property. So with VARU, it starts from sort of 3 nights up, and it just keeps going, depending on how long your client is there, depends on how many speciality dinings they get included. And just to give you an idea of the type of food that is served there, it is absolutely incredible. You know, it's not your sort of just buffet, all-inclusive option. Everything is done just absolutely superb. So this is the pool bar, and the pool really doesn't get that busy due to the amount of people that have their own pools. So if you do have guests that are looking to take a room without a pool, they really don't need to be worried that it's going to be overcrowded sort of within this area, as the people with the pools do tend to stay around their pools for swimming. There's a great little bar in there as well. And that's just another view, and as you can see, it's in infinity pool, so it is just absolutely beautiful. And as I mentioned before, this is the spa. Spa treatments are included within the plan, so your clients really don't need to spend any money at all once they're there. The transfers are included, speciality dining is included according to how many nights they stay, and spa treatments, the minimum is a 45-minute treatment, which is included for people that stay 4 nights or more. And so that just sort of grows with the amount of time that they're there. But to have their treatments actually over the water, I think is pretty amazing. So on the actual plan itself, so as mentioned, you've got the Lime and Chili, which is the all-day dining, Kaj Maldivian cuisine, fine dining, and it did actually get one of the best awards last year, which is great. The new Mediterranean seafood dining, and the Charcoal Beach Grill fine dining as well. So they can dine in any of the 3 speciality restaurants. So stay 3 nights, they get 1 included. 4 to 5, they have 2. 6 nights, 3. 8 to 10, 4. And above 10, 1 meal per each sort of 3 nights that they get. Premium brands of spirits are included, plus a global selection of over 40 wines, beers, cocktails and mocktails, soft drinks. They also have in-villa minibar included, which is replenished daily with beer, wine, soft drinks and water plus snacks. So even with all the food, sometimes it's nice just to go back, have a beer or a glass of wine and a packet of crisps. So that's all there for them. Complimentary gym, activities, sports centre, children's club, and on top of all that, they get a complimentary sunset fishing trip during their stay. And I didn't know what to expect about this. I just had some vision of all these big fishing rods all around, and it's really not like that at all. It's very peaceful. It's one of the traditional Maldivian old fishing boats. And they just give you these round reels, a bit like crab catchers. I don't know if anybody ever did that when you were little, and they bait it all up and you just literally plop it off the side of the boat and just leave it while you watch the sun go down. Not many fish were caught on ours, I think about 1 and that was it, but that's absolutely fine because the whole experience of being out on the water for the sunset was what we were there for. They also get 1 complimentary additional excursion, and it could be to a neighbouring locally inhabited island, which is really interesting as well. So they're not just totally shut off for the whole duration they're there. They do want to go and explore, they can, and again, that's included in the price. As you would expect, complimentary use of all the snorkeling equipment. And if they are a diver, they'll get 20% off 2 dives, and complimentary use of non-motorised water sports equipment as well. And as I said before, you get the 45-minute spa treatment as long as the people stay a minimum of 4 nights, and then 2 included once they sort of stay 8 nights to 11, and then 3 if it's a 12-night stay. So this has been built around, I guess, how it would really benefit your clients to perhaps stay that extra night, that 8th night or that 11th night, just to sort of get the additional benefits that brings with that as well. So that is just a picture of, just gives you a real idyllic view of VARU. When we arrived there, the general manager and the heads of department met us on the pontoon, and the first thing he said was, in a nutshell, if you go one way, you've got the restaurants and bars. If you go the other side of the island, that's really good for stargazing. So it's quite a dark place at night. There's no light pollution at all. So if your clients want that real sort of Robinson Crusoe type experience, this is a great island for that, and they do stargazing there. So it's just stunningly beautiful. So that is our VARU property, and then I want to go straight in to our Kanifushi. So Kanifushi, on this one it's a seaplane transfer, and it's probably one of the most amazing things I've ever done. So when your guests get off at the airport, they're always met as soon as they come through the passport controls. They're always met there. They will then be taken just literally a few desks around the corner to the seaplane check-in. At that point, they will have their luggage reweighed because it is a 20-kilo allowance on the seaplane for their main luggage. If they are slightly over, I did ask what the situation is, And although, yes, they can charge them, the Vice President of Sales Marketing over there said she has never known anybody to be charged. However, it could be a case of the plane is at its capacity weight-wise. So say, for example, if they had 2 cases, it may be that one would go with them and one would catch up with them later in the day. But as I say, 20 kilos is a good one, plus your hand luggage. So Atmosphere Kanifushi, it's Green Globe certified. I mean, everything is so important across all of our properties, and we have a lot of sustainable things in place. We have marine biologists that are replanting coral across the areas. So for us, it's so important. A lot of our properties have on the roofs, sort of in the middle of the island, sort of all sheltered. They'll have, the sort of covered up bits to sort of generate electricity from the sun and everything like that. They're not seen from the guest areas, but they are there. So trying to be as sustainable as possible. So Atmosphere Kanifushi, it's a 5-star premium all-inclusive plan. The seaplane is always complimentary, so long as people are staying 4 nights or more. And certainly from the UK, that people do tend to stay longer. It's a large, long island, and it actually has over 2 kilometres of uninterrupted white sand, and all the villas, the beach villas, do actually sort of face onto this. So there's 162 villas plus the Kanifushi residences, 6 dining outlets, which include 5 fine dining, and there's an award-winning Just Veg restaurant, and that's incredible. Even if people aren't vegetarians, well, I could easily eat there every day, not a problem at all. Elena Spa, again, the wellness centre, and it's a family-friendly resort with kids club. It has 2 pools, and one of those pools is adult only. So when people have had their luggage weighed and they're going to get onto the seaplane, it's about a 7-minute transfer into a little minibus. So they literally go out of this little side door straight onto the minibus. They don't touch the luggage, and they probably won't see their luggage until it's actually in their room again. So included in the seaplane transfer, they have access to this VIP lounge. Within the lounge, there's showers if people did want a quick freshen up. There's massage chairs. There's a bar. There's snacks being served, teas, coffees, beers. And that's all included in the price. There is no charge whatsoever for that. And they can just sit there and watch the planes come in and go. I would say when we were there, we probably waited about half an hour. There's so many seaplanes, they're just continuously coming in and going. So from here, you can sort of see how long and thin the island is, which is beautiful, which gives it this incredible sort of sandy beach along that side. Within Kanifushi itself, people can take out bicycles. So if they didn't fancy walking, they could take a bicycle out. If they did fancy walking, dotted along the way, there are little water stations, and they're built into almost what looks like a little birdhouse, and you think, oh, what's in there? And you open the door, and there's a little mini fridge in there, which is continuously stocked up with bottles of water that people can help themselves with. In addition to that, there are buggies, and when people check in, they will be given a WhatsApp number for the person that will be looking after them, a host or hostess, as you wish. So if people did want to go to one of the restaurants one evening and didn't want to actually sort of do the walk, they can just ping a message and say, hey, can you come and pick me up at 6:45 to go to dinner? And a little golf buggy will come and pick them up. So they don't need to worry about sort of standing around and trying to flag somebody down. They can just literally sort of utilise that. A lot of people walk. It's, you know, it's not a huge distance to walk, but if people do want to actually have that facility, then they can. So this is the beach here. And as you can see, all these little umbrellas and chairs, they all belong to the villas that are behind them. So you don't get people coming and sort of sitting around here, because if they've got a beach villa, they're going to be sort of utilising their own space. So it really does look this quiet when you're there. And that's just another picture. And the sand really is that colour. It's no filters, I assure you. So the entry level here is a sunset beach villa that can accommodate 2 adults and 2 children, or 3+1. And as you can see from their villa, that's literally their view. And then the next one up, we have the Sunset Beach Pool Villa, which is exactly the same. It just has the pool there as well. And again, don't forget, you have all the inclusions within your room, from the minibar, snacks, pretend Pringles, as I call them in those little things, nuts, all the drinks. In addition, there's anything that somebody may have forgotten is already there in the bathroom, whether it's an eco-friendly wooden toothbrush, toothpaste tablets. Funnily enough, I've actually gone over to those since actually being there. A comb, absolutely anything, suntan lotion, a little pot of cream, which is suntan lotion, lip balm, and a little jar of sort of mosquito repellent as well. As coffee machines, the coffee machines take pods, and unlike a hotel in the UK where you wake up in the morning and think, oh, right, I've got to go and fill my coffee machine up, they even keep that topped up for you. There is really nothing more that they could do for you. As expected of, you know, a 5-star property, people get the turn down service at night. So when you go back into your room after dinner, there's been a bottle of water placed next to your bed with an upturned glass. They place slippers at your bed as well, so everything is ready there for you. When I stayed at Kanifushi, there was a group of 10 of us, and 3 people actually mentioned individually that they slept the other side of the bed, sort of away from where the water and slippers had been left. And when they went back to bed on night 2, everything had been put for them at the other side. And that is the attention to detail that you actually get from our properties. In typical Maldivian style, you have the semi-open bathrooms, which is absolutely beautiful. I was a little bit worried that I thought, oh, is it going to be full of mosquitoes and everything at night? You know, if I get up in the night and open the door, nothing at all. I think there was a little Greco on the wall in mine there one night, and that was it. As a nice surprise, quite often the host will run a bath, put lots of petals in there as well, just as a nice surprise. And because it is really nice and warm, it doesn't matter that the water's cool, because it's just so nice. And I'm not a bath person at all, but it just looks so nice. I just had to get in, and there's all, it is like a jacuzzi bath, so that's pretty cool. And then we have the 2-bedroom Sunset Family Beach Villas. So this is the exterior view. And unlike the ones at VARU where I mentioned there was the gap between the 2 bedrooms, here you don't get that. So certainly there's no problem with sort of real young children as well. And this is their view. So they could literally wake up in bed, open the curtains and see the sea. And then the water villas with pools as well. So this is one of the water villas with pools, beautiful deck, deck chairs and decking furniture on there too. And you can see here you've got the freestanding bath as well. And again, that's the bedroom view from one of the water villas. And the water villa, this is one of the bedroom interiors, a huge amount of space. And they have this amazing sort of glass panel, both here and in the bedroom as well. So people can actually sort of see the fish swimming underneath. You can get flip-flops, beach bag as well, in the villas. So anything that anybody could want is there. We were very lucky to be upgraded to a Kanifushi Grand Pool Villa when I was there. And the size of this pool, however big you think it is, probably double it. It really is absolutely huge. It's probably a bit better of a picture. So you've got your swinging chair, you've got your undercover sort of seating area there, and sort of right outside the room, you've got further seating area as well. But these are absolutely huge, these pools. And to be able to get out of bed in the morning and just sort of jump in the pool, or even of the evening, sort of just to sort of go for a swim in your sort of private pools, just incredible. And this is one of the internal shots of the Kanifushi Grand Pool Villa. It really is so special. These room types are just incredible. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And then at the top of the range is the Kanifushi Residence. This actually accommodates 4 adults and 3 children, or 5 adults and 2 children. And all this is all theirs, including the huge infinity pool, beautiful deck chairs, quite a few different pieces of outdoor seating as well. That's the master bedroom. Actually has sort of a living and dining room area as well. In the suites, people will get their own personal butler. If you're in one of the other categories, that person may look after perhaps 6 or 7 different villas, but in this category they would actually have their own one. If at any point they didn't want to dine out for whatever reason, and they wanted to hire a chef to actually come in and sort of cook for them within their villa and to bring food within their villa, obviously that can be done as well. So this is the children's twin bedroom. I know when my kids were little, they'd have loved a big TV and games station like that set up within the bedroom. And then here you've got liquid, which is the pool bar. It says 150 covers. There's never anything like that amount of people around there. Same as VARU. A lot of people have their own pools. You do have a mini bar within your accommodation as well. So people do come out. Yes, of course they do. But the pool is never crowded. And then we have the Sunset, which is the adults only pool and bar as well. So that's just on the other side of the island. So that's really quite cool that people can put their children into the kids club. They can leave them there from ages 4 and upwards. And so certainly if they want to sort of take them there and get a bit of their own sort of chill out time, they can. Likewise, most of our properties do operate a babysitting service as well. So if they wanted to go out for dinner, sort of after hours of the kids club, and they wanted sort of somebody perhaps from the kids club that is known to the child already, sort of go and sit with them and pop them to bed, that can be done as well. I think the charge for that is usually about $20 per hour, and I think it's about $25 per hour after midnight. The kids club is complimentary though, of course, there's no charge for that. And then Just Veg, as said, the food is just incredible. And if I hadn't have been told and been made aware that actually we were eating in Just Veg, I wouldn't have known. I really would not have known. The food was incredible. And the Asian fusion that they have over there and the food is just incredible. And certainly some of the meals that I had across the properties, they would probably be borderline Michelin standard here. They've just got it so right. Ceylon Bliss, and this is a Sri Lankan street food corner, which is really nice. This is about halfway up the island, in the middle. So if people are going out for dinner, but perhaps they want canapes, a drink beforehand, then they can just sort of have come here and just have a couple of snacks and a couple of drinks for making their way on elsewhere. So then we have the courtyard, Pier 6, which is a real stunning place, and it is actually on the water as well, as you can see, very close to some of the water villas there. Teppanyaki Grill is in Pier 6 as well. And then we have the spa. So as you go through the main sort of spa reception, and then you come out this side, and there's just rows and rows of little tiny villas. So your villas here are on the beach, your spa villas looking out to sea. And then the clubhouse, sports and recreation centre. I'll be honest, never saw anybody there. It was quite hot when we were there. We were there in July, so it was quite hot, so that's perhaps understandable. So the Kanifushi plan. So the dining experiences. Spice is all-day dining. Ceylon Bliss, traditional street food. The Sunset, which is a la carte lunches and fine dining dinners. Just Veg, the Pier 6 and Teppanyaki Grill. So they can go to the Spice, Ceylon Bliss, Just Veg, unlimited dining and unlimited at the Sunset for lunch. In addition, guests also receive an a la carte fine dining experience if they stay 4 nights or more at the Sunset or Pier 6 for dinner. Pier 6 was an incredible Asian fusion restaurant. People on our party were eating sort of crab, lobster, steak, as well as some amazing vegetarian options. Premium brands of spirits, wines and beers, cocktails and mocktails, plus soft drinks, of course. In Villa Minibar, again, beer, wine, soft drinks, water, plus snacks, gym. And again, you have the complimentary excursions as before. 2 complimentary snorkeling trips per day, and again sort of the snorkeling equipment that's complimentary as well, so they can go at the start of their holiday and just sort of sign out the snorkeling equipment that they like and just sort of keep it for the duration of their stay. And again, no more non-motorized water sports. 45-minute spa treatment included as well. So if you combine all of that with the free seaplane transfers, again, it's something that once you've paid, there's really not much else to sort of spend your money on, and unless you want to sort of treat yourself to a floating breakfast or something like that. So just to give you an idea of the type of kids facilities that we offer, this is the kids club here. Babysitting services, as I mentioned, the kids clubs always have their own like little pool and tiny deck chairs and everything as well. And here's just an idea of the type of activities they offer for kids. And I think this is probably why you don't see lots of small children running around the resort, because there is literally something for them to do most times during the day, even up to kids disco, kids movie night as well, coconut painting. So literally, this is where it's all happening for the kids there. So there's plenty for them to do. And that is it. There's a video, but the videos don't play that well on this system. So that's me done. That is our two stunning resorts, VARU and Atmosphere Kanifushi, Maldives. So if there's any questions, I will certainly try and answer as well as I can.
Thank you so much, Jill. That was amazing. Thank you so much for going into so much detail. Yes, there have been a couple of questions. The first one is, at VARU, do they have a house reef? What's the snorkeling like there?
Yeah, on both of them, they don't have house reefs. My colleague Emma has just been to stay at VARU, and she's posted online some of the pictures and videos that her husband took. The water is absolutely incredible for fish. He swam with turtles and everything. Kanifushi, again, the house reef is sort of the other side of the island, so it's not that far away at all. You could actually swim out to it, but because it is the reef that side, it does get a little bit, I suppose, there's lots of coral and things like that. So the safest way to do it is for them to be taken out and around in a speedboat, and they do that twice a day. So people that do want to actually sort of go out and do the snorkeling, they can do that twice a day, and that's all included in the price. But on saying that, the fish that you can see just by walking off the beach, under the villas, under the pontoons, is really pretty amazing anyway.
Amazing, thank you. And then the other question was, with the Kids Club, do they do activities different week by week, or is it around kind of the same activities?
No, they do change the programme week by week. And in fact, I'd show you, but I'm using the phone for my sound. When people make a reservation, we would encourage them to download the app according to the property that they're staying in. And once they've got their booking reference, they'll put their name, booking reference, and on the app, straight away, it will say, "Welcome, Jill Hackett. You're arriving in 8 months' time," which is a bit devastating because it's too far away, but hey. But even with that distance, I can go on to activities, what's happening day by day. I can go in and make reservations, whether it's a particular dining room I want to make reservations for, or I can see what activities will be planned. So they don't even need to sort of, ask or anything like that. They'll have that information there with them once they're in resort as well.
Okay, amazing. Well, that's I think that's all the questions, but thank you so much for your time today. It's been really, really amazing, both hotels. And yes, thank you so much everyone for joining, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Thanks so much,
Thank
everyone.
you so much. Bye.